Good day, Ma'am Balolay. I'm Elumbabea Crispy from BSIT NS3A. So the first, our B10 or the C10 content 10 is about platform development platforms or cloud natives. So the first one is my cloud native development platform. So yung focus nga is about sa mga microservices architecture na kung saan merong mga smooth integration dun sa cloud. So, yung mga platform na to is designed daw para ma-express yung pag take advantage dun sa cloud computing. So, madali lang siya ma-integrate with cloud-based services katulad ng storages, yung database, yung mga serverless applications. So, ni-enable niya yung mga developers para magkaroon ng application or modular microservices na magpo-provide ng autonomous scalability, yung maintenance sa service, saka deployment. So, example nito is yung AWS Elastic Beanstalk. So, sinisimplify niya yung deployment tsaka management sa cloud applications dun sa infrastructure ng AWS. So, next one is the Azure App Service. So, si Azure App Service naman is nagmamanage siya ng platform para mag-build, para mag-deploy, tsaka para mag-scale ng web apps, ng mga mobile backends, tsaka API dun sa Azure. Next is the Google Cloud Platform App Engine. So, minamanage niya fully yung environment para mag-deploy at mag-scale ng web applications dun sa Google Cloud. So, this is the example or these are the example of cloud native development. So, this is just a representation, cloud, and then the storage or the devices na pumapasok lang dun sa cloud storage. So, Cloud native app development, the future of IT kasi mas madali tsaka accessible na siya through internet. So, another is Another is the Internet of Things or IoT development platform. So, yung focus nito is para mapadali yung pag-develop ng applications para do sa mga magkakakonektadong devices. So, yung platform na to is kinakarakterize siya sa mga features or yung mga tools na ginagamit sa particular pagdideal ng mga sensors at connected devices. So, nakikita natin yung IoT space, yung functions niya, nag-i-include ng mga device control, yung real-time data visualization, yung mga sensor data collection, tsaka most especially is yung pagmo-monitor. So, si sensor, si IoT, is physically nagagamit na natin siya through the use of mga automatic sensible kaya sensor, so sense lang. So, para ma-ensure yung secure communication dun sa mga device at application, binibigyan din 'to ng security or nagbibigay sila ng pansin sa security, yung IoT. So, example nito is si Arduino Cloud. So, si Arduino Cloud is super friendly platform na ginagamit para mag-build or mag-manage ng IoT applications gamit yung mga Arduino devices. ThingWorks is a comprehensive platform para sa pagde-develop at pagde-deploy at saka pagmamanage ng industrial IoT applications. So, next is Sively. So, ito yung cloud-based platform na sa mga connected devices para mag-build na applications at pagmamanage ng data streams dun sa iba't ibang sensors and devices. So, this is an example or this is the example of IoT development. So, magagamit natin siya through physical device and then ito is nag-store siya dun sa cloud storage. So, this development platforms na yung IoT is super dami na ng use, especially when using microcontrollers. So, next one is the artificial intelligence or AI development platforms. AI is common and known. So, yung focus nito is ginagamit yung AI development para maging accessible para do sa mga users sa may limited coding experience. So, si AI is super helpful about sa pagko-code and programming, especially kung gusto nyo mag-self-learn. AI is the one who can help you kung wala kang pera pang consult or pang-aral. So, nagbibigay silang pre-trained AI models. So, meron siyang mga various tasks like yung image recognition, yung language, yung pagpo-process, tsaka yung sentiment analysis. So, binibigyan niya yung mga users ng leverage models kahit walang AI expertise. So, meron siyang examples or development process. So, number one is the Google Cloud API AI platform. So, ito sa AI platform is pre-trained AI model tools tsaka resources sa pag-build, sa pagde-deploy, tsaka pagmamanage ng AI applications doon sa Google Cloud. So, another is the Amazon SageMaker. Nagpo-provide siya ng managed service building, training, pagde-deploy ng machine, tsaka learning models dun sa AWS. So, another one is the Microsoft Azure Cognitive Services. So, yung collection nito is pre-built AI services dun sa mga various tasks like computer vision, yung speech recognition, tsaka language understanding. So, super na si AI kasi nagagamit na natin siya even dun sa mga um, hindi super normal na parang kumilos, ganun, is nakaka-help siya para ma-understand natin yung ibang tao or in any way. So, meron tayong apat na types ng AI. Number one is the reactive, yung limited memory, the theory of mind, and self-awareness. So, this is the example of AI image. So, meron ngayon, another type of AI is ANI, yung machine learning. So, ito, model siya. So, ginagawa siya in one area na nagsasolve ng problem. So, example nito is yung mga common or kilala natin sa Siri, si Alexa, or si Cortana is a speech recognition AI. So, another one is the artificial general intelligence, which is the machine intelligence. So, siya yung computer smart na katulad na lang ng human across the board. So, next is the artificial super intelligence or the ASI. So, sa stage 3, ito yung machine consciousness. So, yung intellect na to is much smarter than human brain. So, practically in every field, so program siya in super various tsaka extreme way. So, next is the blockchain development platform. So, yung focus ito is para ma-develop si AI na more accessible sa range ng applications. Kahit dun sa mga naglalak ng ability para mag-code, magagamit nito yung platform nito para mag-develop ng own artificial intelligence application. So, with the use of pre-trained models, nag-offer sila ng variety of applications such as sentiment analysis, yung image recognition, tsaka natural language processing. So, yung users hindi na kailangan maging very experienced in artificial intelligence device. So, kailangan mo lang is binibigyan na kayo ng way or ng help with this. So, example nito is yung Hyperledger Fabric. So, ito is open source framework na nagbibuild ng enterprise grade blockchain application. So, next is the Ethereum. So, popular public blockchain platform siya na nagsusupport ng development of the apps and smart contracts. So, next is the EOSIO. So, high performance blockchain designed para mag-build ng scalable D-apps. So, this is the blockchain app development. So, images, examples, blockchain app development. So, another one is the low code or no code application development for business users. So, ito very helpful siya kasi katulad dito, weeks yung ginagamit. So, hindi mo na kailangan i-code kasi meron ng provided as a low code or no code application such as yung sa Microsoft. Another is, eto, binibigyan niya yung mga developers ng tools na kailangan nila para makapag-create ng business apps. So, yung target market ng platforms ito is business users with little or no programming experience katulad ng nasabi natin kanina. So, ginagamit lang siya yung drag and drop interfaces. So, very easy. And it comes up to build into different or various components and templates. So, yung users nakakapag-develop ng simple applications para ma-manage ng data, yung automating workflows, saka pag-i-improve ng business processes. So, plus, ina-enable niya yung users or customers na gumamit ng existing data na kahit hindi mo na kailangan ng lengthy development process. So, example of this is Zoho Creator. So, low-code platform for building custom business applications without coding. So, another is the Microsoft Power Apps. Ina-enable niya users para mag-build and mag-deploy ng business applications within the Microsoft ecosystem. So, Somehow, yung iba familiar dito kasi ginagamit din siya sa school. Another is the Salesforce flow. So, ito is visual workflow ng builder automating tasks sa processes within Salesforce CRM. So, pag-explore natin ang applications na to or specialized functionalities sa mga developers and businesses, pwede sila makapag-unlock ng new possibilities para mag-build ng innovative solutions in diverse domains. So, the world is evolving, the technology is evolving, so this idea, so kailangan nakakatulong siya to build a solution sa iba't ibang ways. So, from leveraging the power of cloud computing and AI to build secure and transparent blockchain applications, these platforms ensures users para mag-create ng solutions na kailangan nila. So, this is a no-code, so low-code CMS, like, yun nga, yung Wix, ginagamitan natin yan ng low-code programming. So, another here, the low code and no code. So, yung benefits ng paggamit ng low code is yung features niya primarily server. So, si low code is para sa developers, yung no code is for business users. So, yung primary objective is si low code para mapabilis yung development. No code is para magamit siya ng mas madali or ease of use. So, the coding need, low code is low but present. So, may code na present, kailangan mo pa rin. So, no code is hindi mo naman kailangan mag-code na. So, yun nga yung drag and drop interfaces. Another thing is yung customization. So, total customization available sa low code. And then, sa no code naman is meron siya mga pre-built templates na pwede natin magamit or ma-customize pa. Next is the end-to-end development. So, low code is platforms provide end-to-end development. So, si no code naman is platforms na provide ng limited capabilities lang. Next is yung app. Kung sa app complexity, si low code is nakakapag-create siya ng complex apps, while si no code is nag-create lang siya ng simple apps. So, yung purpose nito is next-gen rapid application development tools para sa mga professional developers, and the no code is a self-service application for business users. So, that is all for C10. Thank you.